Good morning. That was brilliant put music. It's Shabbat. I wish everybody Shabbat Shalom, peace and tranquility on the day of rest. It begins later on in the sunset. How are you today, my friends? Do you have peace in mind, or do you have troubles? Do you have worries? Are you under stress? Are you afraid? Are you in despair? Are you in jail? Are you in prison? Are you left outside? I think without the ability to admit, we are there. We are all there in some kind of prison, despair, and not so well. That's maybe, you may prove me wrong, but maybe that is the drive of life. The drive of life is that we aren't okay. You see, for every seed, it sprouts. And when it sprouts, it shoots itself out of the mud, out of the soil. When you see grass, when you spread the seeds over there, I have seen many places that the grass was spread out as seeds. It's coming to, it's in dirt, it's in soil, it's in all this mess, and we have this løvetann. Dandelion.
Dandelion.
You remember her voice, Dandelion? So that's the voice of this dandelion is this kind of seed. This kind of seed. Look at this. It's seedlings. Within this, when it blows, it scatters away. So this is the starting point, is a flying high. How can we say that the dandelion is flying high and falls to the ground? Maybe some raindrops push it in, and there, among dirt, among all these stones, and even we have this saying about løvtann, dandelion in Norway, that it is the strongest seed because it can break through the asphalt, the roads, that is I want to be correct in my translation.
Asphalt.
Asphalt. So that is, it is breaking through this asphalt. It's kind of out of this world seed. And it is very nutritious. I've collected some, now it's dried up, and I blend it. And I put it to my drink here. It's nice. It's not bad. I blend it with other juices. So, when we are in this despair, my friend, when we are in this turmoil, it seems that we are the strongest, even if we feel the most weak. When we are the most weak, it seems by the track record that we are the strongest in our strongest when we are really fighting. And I believe, I want to say this, because we tend always to look for happiness, fortune, fame, and you live only once life. So you spoil yourself, you do whatever you like yourself. And it's kind of this vibrating instrument in our soul. I would say so much strong of a word, that in our inner self there is some kind of vibration when it's too easy, when it's too relaxed, when it's too good to be true. It's maybe a weak point. That is a breaking point, because you say to yourself, I deserve it. I have done so much work. Now I deserve this, and I can give you this word. Not because I'm a prophet, but it will never happen that you are that satisfied. You will never be that satisfied that you wish to be. If you can't appreciate the smallest moments, the tiniest moments, and the smallest gifts, and if you haven't learned to appreciate the turmoil where you are, the turmoil, you can't talk about your turmoil while another one is experiencing it. No. You can, because you are empathetic and you are a considerate person, but in real life you have to experience something before you can say something on behalf of someone else. So that's my approach. That if I really care about someone, it's out of this self-experience. I believe that love is genuine when it comes to children, when it comes to in some cases, love can be out of what you have experienced yourself. If you haven't experienced love from no one, That is the hardest part of life, that you haven't experienced love. And I can't comment much on that. It's I think it's partly on very, very deep level, which I'm not ability to talk in these minutes. It's to experience, to love. It's partly experiencing that you have been loved. That's how you learn to love. But sometimes, well, I just say it briefly, sometimes one need to transform the kind of love that you experienced as pain, as mob, as cruelty, as penalty, as something people, because you thought that they hated you, they gave you this. But sometimes you must find it in yourself, in your own experience. If you have some children, you have to be strict. That is not cruelty, but it can, for a kid, experience some violence out of his or her free will. Can't I do this, Mom? Can't I go there, Father? What is the problem? So, out of this hardship that we endure, we can find love. We can find peace. We can find the force of life, the force of why you still are out there. We should be looking for those clues that drives us forward. Is it because you are so happy now? Oh, I doubt that very much. Maybe you have something to look forward for, and that's good. I believe in looking forward in an optimistic way, and it's kind of, I'm in a prison now, and I look forward to get out. And that's the seed, my friend. If you look at yourself as a seedling that are undergoing some environmental problems, everybody, I would bet quite a lot on that. Most of the people that is not, everything is decided for, like the rich brats. It's the difference between people's intentions and the environment. You have to look at those two specifics. Because if you look at the environment and think that people made it so for you, you will start hate and maybe give up. But the environment that makes people are like this that day and they are different that the other day, and the environment is not so pleasant, it's hot, it's rainy, it's cold, it's not fitting me all the time. It's kind of this environmental, you can't transform it to a personal agenda against you. It's where you are placed. And if you can look at yourself as that seedlings in that soil of environment, it's kind of good because you beat the rest. You beat the environment. You can break out of the prison that you are in. The seedling, my friend, is captured. It's a captured potentiality. It's a prisoned potentiality. To be a seed is being that potential possibility that you may have. It doesn't always depend on the outer skeleton. That will break. You believe that the outer skeleton will break within time. You see, if we try to open a chicken egg, the chicken will become weak. You can transform that to human. If you try to help people too much, they will become dependent on you. They will become weak like that. But if they can break through in their own time out of this outer skeleton, that is the first degree obstacle. Wow. This is quite beautiful, you see. It's the environmental casing that deny us the liberty. And it's all a denial. The life is all a denial. If you see it in a philosophical way, the life is a denial of my ability to choose. If you think everything will be good, it's wrong. It's not. It is a fantasy world. It's a cartoon world. It's designed, but your world is in that inner life. In itself is a skeleton that you break through, and the potential that we are talking, that is in this jailed or prisoned frame. Oh, I love this. This is so way out. I didn't know, but yeah, I came to grips with it. And you see, when you are breaking through, you will bloom. You will bloom like this. It was yellow and everything was so beautiful. Now it's dried up, but look, it's still this. It's amazing how this is amazing in its beauty and its splendor. I have this big one. I can bring it. Let me take care of this. You have this, which is rather big. I had to take it because compared with this, it's just a little dot, like the big star of the sun there, and the earth is circling around. So this is how beauty, like the beauty of life is very touching, because it's a breakthrough. Life is a breakthrough. How beautiful is that? When you see your first child walk, when you can hear him say mom or dad, how great of a breakthrough is that? So we can't dictate the inner part of this imprisonment is that you can't tamper with it. You can encourage it, but you can't tamper with it. You can't involve yourself in another person's prison, so to say. He or she have to want to break through. Because we believe in the want. I have to write this down. We have to believe in the want of a person. Even this seedling have its wants. The chicken have its wants. It knows, maybe not by a great intellectual capacity like a PhD. None of PhD have invented this kind of want. The will of a seedling, of a human being, is that we all want to break through our outer or inner skeletons. We want to make a major impact. So, my friends, are you there where you want to break through? The want is very important. I want to have peace and tranquility, all this relaxed jet set life. It's not really for anyone. It makes people arrogant. It makes people claim more than they can give liberty to others. This kind of want, for me only. If I know what I've been going through, just in order to come to the point where I am at now, I want that very much for everybody else. I want to see people break through out of their skeletons. I wouldn't define everything as skeleton. It's the safeguarding. Every skeleton is some kind of safeguarding. It's the safety of these seedlings, this person, because it's using the environment, the closest or the peripheral environment, in order to protect him or herself. It's converted into protection. My environment shall forever protect me. No, that's not forever. It's now. And believe in time. That's the essence of believing in time. That you can see a future with hope. Hope is the ingredients to look forward. Hope is the major focal ingredients to break through. My hope is connected to my will, and to break through these skeletons is what we are aiming at. So your path through your skeletons, not only by books, but by the true fact of life. If you feel that forever and ever everything is unjust for you, then there is something to break through on. Life can be hard. Life can be very hard. To see children walking around is a miracle. To see a grass, a tree, is a miracle of itself in its time. To see the state of Israel from it was before, it's a miracle. to see the humankind evolve to more morality, more conscience of everybody else. To see himself in other persons is a major breakthrough. You see, the healing of the world starts by admitting that you are my brother, you are my sister, and we are there for each other. Even though the environment is how it is, people are who they are. And if you let people decide and define you, that is the breakthrough you need. So it's not as wrong as it's not good for something. It's good. The evil, the bad between and among the good, there are so intrinsic this environment that it's hard sometimes to understand. Even the words I use, it's sometimes beyond someone's comprehension. I talked with someone the other day. She said that I don't understand what you say. I think that is maybe people who are on different levels. I can't expect people to understand what I'm talking about. But we are on different points in life. And to see each other to see himself or herself in someone's eyes is a blessing, it's a breakthrough, because from the starting point you are blind. Then you open your eyes, it's a breakthrough just in order to see. It's a breakthrough. And you look and you recognize. Your ability to see is beyond your own comprehension. Your ability to smell, your ability to... It's all this kind of nature does its course. It have this driving force. And let us wait patiently for each other, for that breakthrough. If you have a brother that is stubborn and all this kind of stuff, it's a good reason for that. You have to, I would say, in love of that, if you are more or less giving up on someone else, try to turn it to say, this person needs my patience. Wait for the breakthrough. Because your breakthrough shouldn't be making you intolerant or impatient with others. You had your time. Maybe you are not that evolved yourself. You are not that educated in life. No PhD can do that. Only life will teach you a lesson. To be patient. Patient with love. Wait. Be the good person in each other's life that can wait and wait. Like the father waited for his son to return. He was always going out looking for his son. But when the son came to himself, opened his eyes and recognized the environment, his breakthrough was the want of going back home, going to return. Maybe not a return, but going to his father's home, where he left. So my friends, the breakthrough can be hard, But it will be a blessing. Look forward for that.